All right, we are live. Welcome, Charlie.
Hello. You want me to start the presentation?
Yep, you're free to get started.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Charlie Wilkerson. I am the Director of International Education for Undergraduate Admissions, Recruitment, and Scholarships at Tennessee Tech University, which is located in Cookeville, Tennessee. Um, I always provide lots of pictures, so I started out with one of our most famous alumni, Mr. Wilford, Mr. Wiltmore, who is one of the NASA astronauts. And the picture here may not look very clear, but it's because he's actually was communicating with a class from space. So we actually had a Q&A with a group of students, and we're very proud of him. And he's actually on our board of trustees. Some fast facts about Tennessee Tech. We are a 4-year college with opportunities also to do graduate school and a PhD. We also have an English language center. We're located in, like I said, the city of Cookeville, and the university has a population of around 10,000 students. Tennessee has an abundance of natural settings. We have over 500 waterfalls just in the state of Tennessee alone, and some of them are actually very, very close to the university. The waterfall to the left is called the Cummings Falls, and it's less than 5 minutes by drive from the university. Most of most of the people in that picture are actually Tennessee Tech students enjoying themselves. The waterfall on the right is Burgess Falls, and like I said, these are all within driving distance from the university. Tennessee Tech is located in a college town by the name of Cookeville, Tennessee. We have 36,000 residents. Surrounding the area of Cookeville is an additional 100,000 residents. So actually, sometimes it doesn't feel like a small college town. It actually feels quite bigger than it is. The winters are the coldest, about -2, and in the summertime, it's average 31 to 32 Celsius. It gets quite humid here in the summertime, and the summertime, even though it's a 3-month period, it sometimes feels like a 6-month period. The closest airport is the Nashville International Airport, which is 110 kilometers from here. It's about an hour drive. And as you can see here, some other locations: Knoxville, Chattanooga, Atlanta, and Asheville. The state population of Tennessee is about 7 million people, and the capital of Tennessee is Nashville. So we're just an hour outside of Nashville, and our closest airport is the BNA, like I mentioned. And Tennessee is one of the few states in the United States which is gaining in our population. A lot of states are losing population, but we're one of the 5 states that are gaining population. And one of the reasons why is the job market is booming in Tennessee. The cost of living here is quite low, and it's relatively safe in most regions. Now, we are in the state of Tennessee, and the most western city in Tennessee is the city of Memphis, and Memphis is about 8 hours from here. Memphis has a very, very bad reputation. So, when I tell students we're in Tennessee, I've had students say, "Well, I saw Tennessee's not safe." Um, they may have been looking at Memphis, which I always make sure to clarify that. Tennessee also is the 36th largest state. What is our secret in Tennessee for our growing? Part of that is the interstate highways. We have the Federal Express headquarters in Tennessee. Volkswagen's headquarters is in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Nissan's headquarters is in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Bridgestone has multiple factories in Tennessee. Jack Daniel's Distillery is in Tennessee. Cummings is also in Tennessee. And Music Row, which is where all the music is produced. There's Miley Cyrus, Taylor Swift, Kesha, many of them recorded. The Lady Gaga's last album was actually recorded in Nashville. And the most visited national park in the United States, the Great Smoky Mountains, which typically has between 40 to 45 million visitors every year. This is a picture of the Tennessee Tech campus, and our campus was founded in 1915. So we had our first 100 years a few years ago. And as you can see, the building right there in the center is called Derryberry Hall, named after Tennessee Tech's first president. And that's where the International Admissions Office is located. Many of the buildings on the right behind Derryberry are dormitories. So we do provide 15 facilities for living on campus. We also have a brand new lab science building with state-of-the-art equipment, cost about $40 million, and 20 million of that was from donations from alumni. And it's, like I said, it's housing the chemistry and physics labs, and like I said, everything's brand new. So, and the chemistry department specifically is looking for students keen to want to do research in chemistry. We also have a secondary recreation center called the Burn. It's named after a former vice president, Mark Burnett. So the students have nicknamed the building the Burn. So enrollment statistics. TTU has international students, populations from 52 countries. We have 352 international students. 91% of our students return for the spring semester. And you may say, well, so what? Well, the national average is 74%. So we're way above that. 85% of our engineering students return for the second year. And mechanical engineering is our most popular major among international students. And by the way, the pictures in here are all Tennessee Tech students. None of these are models. So these are all happy Tennessee Tech students. I'd love to share some quick facts, specifically on the top 10 majors at Tennessee Tech, with computer science as the most popular major, followed by mechanical engineering. Number 3 is biology. Biology is popular because many students are doing the pre-medicine route, and that is part of that program. We also have nursing. Number 5 is the business management. Our business program is also accredited. Number 6 is the exercise science and physical education. I've had a lot of students ask me, why is your exercise science so popular? Well, there's a sport called CrossFit, and one of the founders of CrossFit is actually from Cookeville, and he actually graduated from Tennessee Tech. So that's one of the reasons why exercise science is so popular here. We have a lot of people who come and learn how to do the CrossFit from some of the originators. Rich Froning is his name. Number 7 is civil and environmental engineering. And another reason why that is popular here is because of all the highways and the roads. Number 8 is psychology. Number 9 is elementary education. And number 10 is electrical engineering. By the way, one of the largest nuclear power plants in America is located an hour from us, the Y12. So you can feel free to look that up. Y12 it supplies energy to 7 states, and many of our students do internships at the Y12. How to apply? It's very, very easy. So students can go to tennesseetech.edu/apply. You will create a username and a password, and it'll ask you to confirm it via email. Then you can, on the application, you can upload some documents, or you can email them to the international INTL_ADM@tntech.edu. You can submit your grades, any examinations you've had, if you've did any diplomas, international baccalaureate, A levels. Of course, we will accept all those transcripts from any of the provinces in Canada. Students may also submit a copy of their passport and their bank document. Now, as you probably know, students from Canada do not need a visa. So for you guys, it's relatively easy. You just have to submit a passport and a bank document, and then you can get something called an I-20, and then the I-20, you can enter the United States very, very easily. But they will need proof of your bank statement. If English is not your first language, the student would need to show a language score. It could be TOEFL, Duolingo, IELTS. Applicants from Montreal or from Vancouver or areas where if they are not a native English speaker, they may have to provide an examination or proof of attending a university or a high school where they used English in 100%. Once admitted, we do ask students to submit health forms and students can mail all the documents to the address below. And as I said, there is the TennesseeTech.edu apply. That's where things start. For the spring semester, it says November 1st is the deadline, but for Canadians, since you don't need to go physically to the U.S. Embassy, we have accepted Canadian students all the way up to December the 15th. And I've actually had one Canadian student admitted January the 3rd, and we're on campus by the 13th. So we do accept late applications since we are a rolling admissions program. Like I mentioned, if a student is not a native English speaker, they will need to provide some kind of proof of English. And we also accept many of the English certificates. ILSC is a very popular and famous English school in Canada, so we do accept ILSC. And we also accept ELS and EF, which also have centers in Canada. The admissions requirements. Now, I get a lot of questions on this. When I say 3.0, 3.0 typically means at 86%. So for students under 21, if you do not have an ACT or SAT, we usually ask for the students to show at least a 3.0 or an 86%. Some scholarship programs may require higher test scores, but if you do happen to have an SAT or an ACT score, you can have a lower GPA, and that would be at 80% or 2.5 on the high school GPA. The College of Engineering, though, and the School of Nursing will require an 86% or a 3.0. And I thought just for convenience, I would put all the different requirements for the different provinces with, Alberta, British Columbia, Manitoba, et cetera. And so you can see here, high school diploma with 5 grade, 12 subjects at 80%. And so I have all the different requirements, and I'm happy to send you a copy of this if you have any questions. Feel free to send me an email at intl_adm. Now, we're in the money. Students always want to know, well, how much does it cost? For Tennessee Tech, to be a full-time student would require you to be enrolled in 12 hours. 12 hours basically means 12 hours of class time and 12 hours of homework, typically. So 12 hours of subjects is $13,197 each semester, or for an entire academic year, $26,394. If a student wants to take summer classes are typically June and July. Those costs are extra. And by the way, we do have a graduate program for master's degree, MBA, and those students typically take 9 credit hours. And as you can see, that's usually around $11,800 each semester, or $23,600. Oh, by the way, one credit after 12 hours, one credit is actually for one credit it's 1,105. So after 12 hours, students per credit hour is actually more affordable. So I can explain that if you have any extra questions. Now, Tennessee Tech is actually on the list of universities outside Canada that's registered as a qualified donee. Once a university outside Canada is registered as a qualified donee, it can issue official donation receipts for income tax purposes for gifts received. So this is very, very important for Canadian residents. So this could be useful in paying your tuition. And I would always recommend to make sure the school that you're going to attend is a qualified donee institution. Again, the application fee is $40. The tuition's around $26,000. Cost of attendance with housing, etc., is around $40,000. And the most popular majors, and again, there's Mr. Barry Wilmore, who's the famous alumni from our NASA alumni. You can see our most popular majors here are mostly the engineering and business majors. Again, computer science, cybersecurity, supercomputing, information technology, chemical engineering, manufacturing technology, biochemistry. In the College of Business, accounting, international business, economics, finance. All these programs are very popular amongst our students. Another key word that I get a lot of questions about are scholarships. Do you have scholarships? Yes, we do. And so the deadline for most of the scholarships is December the 15th. So this event is a perfect timing. So specifically the presidential scholarship, its deadline is December the 15th, and a lot of the academic scholarships are December 15th. As you can see, if a student has a SAT score of a 1570, they can actually get the presidential scholarship for $10,000 annually for 4 years. So it's a $40,000 scholarship. If you have a SAT scores at 1530, 8,000, 1360, 1360 up to 1520, 5,000, and on down. Students can combine the presidential scholarship with the international scholarships. So we do have international undergraduate merit scholarships. The deadline is not December 15th, it is in March. So it's at my discretion. So the International Merit Scholarship annually is $8,725 annually, and like I said, so if you apply by December 15th, and let's say you have a 1330 SAT, so you would be eligible for $4,000 annually on the Presidential Scholarship. You could also be applying for the International Merit Scholarship, so you would have a combined scholarship of a 12,725. And we also have an international diversity scholarship, which would also entitle you to an additional 2,000. So you could have a scholarship of $14,725, and that would cover of the $26,000 tuition. So, and then which would leave you with 12,000. Students could also apply to join the honors program, and the honors program also has a later deadline. And the honors scholarship is approximately $15,864 a year, approximately about $8,000 a semester, and it also can be combined with the presidential scholarship. If, like I mentioned, we do have an English language program, so if English is not your first language, you can also attend our English language program and enroll. So I wanted to make sure that was you were made aware of that, and we could also issue an I-20 for the ESL program. So you can see we've had a lot of students enroll from all over the world from our ESL program. So we're very proud of all of them. Rankings and accreditations. Tennessee Tech is a ranked university. We're ranked number 135 of the public national universities in the United States. We're also ranked number 150 among the best engineering undergraduate programs, and ranked number 249 of the best national universities. That's a combination of the private and public. We are a public school. We're also ranked 228 among the nursing schools and 310 of the business schools. And you may ask, what's the difference between a national ranked university or a regionally accredited university? Nationally ranked universities specifically must have a PhD program, and they also must do research, and they also must graduate at least 30 PhDs a year. Typically, that's how to remain as a nationally ranked university. Most regionally accredited universities either do not have a PhD program, or they do not graduate at least 30 PhDs a year. Again, all of our programs at Tennessee Tech are accredited. So especially, we're very proud that our engineering program is accredited by ABET, and our College of Business is accredited by the Advanced College, the Association of Advanced College Schools of Business, AACSB. And as you can see, we have all the different accreditations here for music, teaching, nursing, chemistry, etc. Again, we do have graduate programs, and the person who actually processes graduate students is actually in a different office. Her name is Miss Sheila Kendrick, and her email is gradstudies@tntech.edu. And also their website is tennesseetech.edu/graduate studies. So some of the most popular programs in graduate studies are computer science, MBA, the TESOL program. The TESOL program actually is an online program. And so those of you who are wanting to study online, the last four programs on the list there, TESOL, Public Safety, Environmental Informatics, and Exercise Science, those four majors are 100% online. We also have a nursing program that's 100% online. But the courses from computer science down to mechanical engineering, all of those courses are actually on campus. We also do have an online option for the MBA as well. Again, my name is Charles Wilkerson. I'm the director of the international education, and if you have any questions, feel free to send me an email at intl_adm@tntech.edu, or Instagram me at the TENN Tech INTL, or you can go to www.tntech.edu/apply. Thank you.
Are you able to see some of the questions, Charlie, or would you prefer me read them out?
I was so busy with my presentation, I didn't see them. Do I need to
Yeah.
stop showing? Do I need to stop sharing screen?
Nope, I got that. I
Okay.
took it off the screen
Okay.
for you.
Okay.
Again, some of these might be repetitive because you did
Oh,
answer
I,
them
I
during
like
the presentation.
I like answering questions, so don't worry.
Okay, perfect. So someone asked, what kind of degrees do you offer?
We do have bachelor's programs, master's programs, and a PhD program. We also have an EDS for education. We do not have an associate's program. So it's bachelor's, master's, EDS, or PhD. We also do have the MBA.
Awesome. And next person asked, do computer science and business connect?
Yes, we do have a program in business and information technology, which is basically a combination of business and computer science. 25% of the classes in the business information technology program are from the computer science program. And in computer science, there is a data option, which also students do take some courses that are related to like Excel and things of that nature.
Awesome. And how many international students that you have are Canadian?
At the moment, I think we have two.
But you need
But
more.
yeah, that's why I'm here. Over the last 10 years, we've had about 30, and that's why we made it very important to be on the recognized the donees for qualified donees, because we wanted to make sure, because the Canadian students asked about that. Why is tech not one of the, and I'm the one who actually made sure we were on that list. So and let me tell you, that was a very, very complicated process to get recognized on that list. So it involved actually getting all the former Canadian students involved. So I had over 30 alumni from Canada contact the ministry to get us recognized. So, and the students, all of them participated. I didn't have anybody say no. So I
Oh,
was
that's
really happy
awesome.
about that. Yeah, all the
Awesome.
students helped. So.
Great. Another question is, do you have any program related to AI?
AI, we do have a mechanical engineering has a mechatronics program. The electrical engineering program also has a mechatronics program, which is involving with AI and robotics. Computer science also has an artificial intelligence option under its program as well. So in ME, electrical, and computer science, there's 3 different options.
Great. And the last question for now is, what's the cost of living like?
Okay, well, the cost of living has increased a little bit post COVID, but I moved here from California. So I'll just give you for example. So in San Francisco, my rent for a studio apartment was $2,000 a month. So I moved from San Francisco to Cookeville, and I had them help me find an apartment. And they contacted me and like, "Oh, Mr. Wilkerson, we found you an apartment. It's 600 US dollars." And I immediately like, "What's wrong with it? Is it going to fall down? Is it infested with rats? Brand new place, $600. Right now, most brand new places that are like a 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, they're going for about 800 to $1,000 a month. So the price, like I said, has increased a little bit, but it's not like California, New York, Miami, Houston. The cost of living is relatively good. Food is still quite affordable, and gasoline is not outrageous like it is. Like in California, it's like $5 a gallon. Here, it's like $2.90, $3 a gallon.
Wow, that sounds great.
Yeah,
Cheaper than living
we've
in
actually had some
Colorado.
companies move here because of that. That's why Nissan and Volkswagen moved here, because of the cost of living difference. So
Wow.
they left California. And many people don't realize FedEx headquarters is in Tennessee. So every night, thousands of planes merge into Tennessee in Memphis, and all the packages are delivered there, and then they're sorted and they fly right back out. So it's one of the busiest airports in America is Memphis because of FedEx.
Huh. Who knew? Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's it for questions, Charlie, unless any come
All
in.
right. Well,
Thank you so much.
all right, and I'm going to put my email address in the chat. That way, if anybody has any questions come up, they can feel free to send me an email directly. And if they want me to review an application, if they wanted me to review their application, I'm happy to do so. And they can send documents to the international admissions page.
Okay. Awesome.
All right.
Thank you so much, Charlie. And thanks
All right.
everyone
Thank
else
you.
for attending.